Hello there, it's Starscream back, but this time not for a Transform review. I think my camera's a bit wonky. Or was it just me? Nah, not quite sure. Anyway. Megadeth Risk album. I think the sun's reflecting off it. Okay. I really liked this album. Now, I was thinking about how to review Megadeth stuff that I've liked, and I was thinking, I'll compile a top 10 of my favourite songs. Then I started going through it and realised, well, there's a lot more than 10 songs I like of theirs, so what should I do? I'll do one album, and then if people like it, I'll do another album. And this is an album which I really like. Now, for a lot of Megadeth fans, look, before I carry on, just want to disclaim myself by saying, it's only my point of view, alright? So don't, Megadeth fans, if you accidentally watch this, you know, for some reason, or, I don't know, stumble on it, please don't get annoyed. It's just my opinion of things, so don't take it too personally, alright? Anyway, let's carry on, because I know Megadeth fans will be easily offended. Anyway, this album I really liked. Now, it was a move away from their metal roots. When this album initially came out, I think half the songs weren't written by Dave out of it, or he co-wrote most of them. So the album, it went down a different course. Now, the previous album was very successful, and I think they had a #1 hit off it. So that producer, they got back again, and they said, well, you did very well with that one, so we're guessing that if we leave you in control primarily of this one, Risk, we're obviously up for some, I don't know, chart placing. Now, Dave even said personally himself, or I've read a quote from saying, well, after we've had that sort of fame, it's like a drug, we just want more. So we thought, well, we're putting back in control again, and we'll have more. I'm afraid not. It was a real letdown by fans, but they didn't like the move away from metal to radio rock, or some have even called it a pop album, because it's so different from their previous albums. It's nothing like the other stuff that you've seen before. I mean, Hangar 18, there's nothing like that on it. Primarily, this album, I personally felt was a lot deeper, the album. But as I said, Dave, when he'd been interviewed about this, he didn't really like it. He was so irritated when he actually played it back, and so disappointed. He said, you know what, I don't think the fans are going to like this. And I'm afraid he was right. His initial instincts. So I'm only going to primarily focus on this album and a couple of tracks which I thought stood out. Now, I like Crush 'Em. Now, I know that's been picked up for the Universal Soldier film, but I really liked that song. Now, he hated it, I think, but I, personally speaking, liked it. And I remember watching the Van Damme film and goes, hang about, that sounds like Megadeth. And I hadn't actually got this album at the time because it had been panned by the critics and the fans, so I thought, well, I'm steering clear of that one. But when I heard that, I thought, well, you know what? I like it. And if I like it, I don't care what anybody else thinks, so yes, I got it for that main reason. And then I found out there were some other songs on it I liked as well. Now, I liked Insomnia. I like the way the song starts. I like the way it progresses. It's only a short song, it's not massively long. And I like the lyrical arrangement of it. I think it's interesting the way that it's using the word insomnia and they just keep repeating insomnia. I really quite liked that aspect of that song. So yes, I like that one. Now, all the other tracks on here that I really like. Breadline. Now, that song I felt had quite a bit of emotion to it. Now, I may be completely and utterly off the tree and up the garden path on that one, but I actually genuinely feel that I felt there was some depth to that song. Now, most of Megadeth's songs have a meaning and a depth, so don't get me wrong before you pounce on me. But there's something about that song which I just found, what's the word that you'd use to describe it? Not that you can answer me back over there in YouTube world. I'll probably have to leave that to think about to myself. Probably should have thought this out a little bit better, but I'm trying to express my feelings without thinking about it. Okay, if I sit there and meditate on it, I'll come across with very large sentences, more so than now. And no, on-the-spot decisions, I think, is the best way to describe things when you feel quite personally about them. And I like Breadline. I thought it was a really well-written song. Now, Doctor Is Calling, quite good, not a bad song. I like the insanity aspect of that one, and that's quite an entertaining song to listen to. I'm not mad either. Never mind. Wanderlust. Now, I really like that song. I don't know why, it reminds me of a Bon Jovi song. I'm sorry, Megadeth fans, I'm sorry, please. It just did, alright, okay? I liked the pattern of the song, I like the way the progression in that as well, and I like the arrangement. I just like the song, okay? It's just, as I said, some of these songs are really nice pop songs, or quote-unquote rock songs, or radio rock as they called them. But I really liked it. Now, I also liked Prince of Darkness. Now, That song is excellent. I don't care what you say about that one. I don't think that was very popular with anybody, but I thought that song was bloody marvellous. I'm sorry. Now, I've actually been learning to play that one a bit. I haven't worked on the solo, but I think I've got the rest of the arrangement right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the songs that I've just tried to explain to you, so you can hear them for yourself if you're not completely and utterly privy to them. They may not be in the right order, judging by the fact I've forgotten the order that I just spoke them in. An interesting thing to note, it's on here, it's a 12-track album with 3 bonuses. Now, they're just remix of the other songs. Now, I know there's varying releases of this album, but this is the one that I've got, and this is the UK release. So, you may have a slightly different variant on it. But yeah, it was released in '99, late '99. I think they started working in January of that year. But anyway, look, I'll play a couple of songs, and you can lock and post at the bottom what you think of my choice of them. But I must say, I liked the album Risk. I thought it was a very well done album. I know it was nothing like the thrash metal days, but I don't think there's a break is as good as a rest is as good as a change, or a change is as good as a rest. Is that an expression? I think it is. I think I just haven't said it right. Anyway, so that's me, that's Starscream. Listen to the tracks. I'll play a bit of Prince of Darkness for you while it's doing it, and you let me know your thoughts on it. I'd be interested to hear it. Take care and see you all out there.